Hey, I'm Sona Kim, America's face of dating, and today we're going to be talking about how a guy needs help before he loses this girl. And so what's basically happening here is that I know that with certain religions, they are very, very strict with the types of people that they let into their family. Like there's some people that are Indians that I coach, and that's specifically who this guy is from this email here. But Indians with their religion, a lot of the times of what I see, they're very, very strict with who they allow their daughter, especially their daughters, to date and their sons to date. If they don't have that religion that they currently, are with, a lot of the time, and what we've seen is they don't let that person date their daughter or their son, and that's exactly what's happening here in this email. And so I'm going to explain to you just really how to handle this specifically from this message that we received from a guy that's following me here on YouTube and my Instagram, who's written in and asking what to really do about the situation here. So he says, "Hey Selna, I'm reaching out because I'm at a crossroads in my relationship and I think your program might be exactly what I need to turn things around. Maybe. If you guys struggle with dating and you need help really getting to that dream relationship, my program probably is the best fit for you." We just had a guy join 10 minutes ago, actually, who he's 36 years old, lives in Nevada. He's like, I got everything going together. He's like, I got my shit together. But for some reason with dating, I just can't seem to get that dream relationship. There's a helicopter landing right now, so that's probably what that background noise is that you guys are hearing. It's kind of cool to see that all the way up here. I'm not going to lie, man. We see helicopters like 4 or 5 times a day up here in the office. It gets kind of loud, though. I have to sleep with wax in my ears, man, so I can get some good sleep. But maybe my program is the right fit for you, man. If that sounds like you and you've been struggling for a while, you might as well give my program a shot because we're going to change your life pretty fast. Like, it's like, what's the stakes of not doing this, right? Like, the stakes are to keep doing what you're doing, keep getting rejected, keep not knowing what you're doing, and not really having a clear pathway. He said, I've been dating an amazing woman for the past 6 months. Awesome. Things have been going great. We traveled together, spent almost every night at her place, and I met all of her friends. Great. Seems like it's going well so far. We are seriously dating with the intention of marriage. 2 weeks ago, her parents came to, this is where it gets, a little bit rocky. Her parents came to visit her in New York, and that's when things started to change. I met them several times while they were in town, but I felt like our energy didn't click. That's tough. He said, then after they left, my girlfriend told me that her parents didn't approve, he says, in quotes, of me, which really shook her. She said that their opinions made her question things, and now she's not sure where we stand. Basically, he's saying here that since he grew up in Italy, I don't know if he included that in the email, but he included that afterward. He said that when he grew up in Italy, they grew up in Canada, I believe, but they're like 2 different religions, I believe is what he told me after that. Yeah, here it is. So 2 different religions that they are, and the parents basically just didn't approve because they're very proper, and he didn't grow up in like a really proper place, basically, which is really quite sad. That like, it really is sad when things like this happen, is that you have a love story, and, the daughter basically has to make a choice here. Like, does she love this guy enough to kind of part ways with her family to be like, hey, like, I love this guy, he's a great fucking man, and you guys need to accept him or you're just not going to be in my life, or she's just going to cut the guy off. But either way, she has to make a choice here, and that's kind of like the hard part of doing this. So he said, I asked her if she wanted to break up, and she said it's one of the options, but wants to talk in person when I'm back in New York. He travels a lot for business, I'm assuming is what he says there. The truth is, I care about her deeply, and I want to do whatever it takes to make this work. Here's the thing, man. Like, I know you love this girl, and you want to do everything you can to make this work. But there's this thing in a book. It's called Reality Transurfing. That's the book. That's the book's title. And in the book, it talks about when you want something really, really bad to happen. When you want something like that to happen, where you want to be with this girl, life basically has this thing called excess potential that it puts on your goal. And once excess potential is put on your goal, life tends to try to balance that out, because it's like, okay, you really want this to happen, which means I'm going to try to balance that out and make you not want it or remove it from your life so that the balanced forces will come back into balance. Because right now, when you put excess potential on your goal, it's almost like life is like, whoa, dude, like you're putting way too much pressure on this. I got to come in and balance this out and take it away. So that's why every time that I've really, really wanted a girl that I couldn't stop fucking thinking about her, couldn't control my emotions, it always went to shit because when you put excess potential on your goal, you start making mistakes because you're so blindsided on your goal that you are just kind of like, you can't see the path clearly. And so you're going off into the weeds sometimes, but you're just trying to get to your goal best you can. And it really, really will fuck up your dating life when you are living your dating life like that. Trust me, I know. I've done it plenty of times. First time I ever did it was with a varsity soccer player in high school. I chased her for 3 years of my life. Wanted her so bad. I believed that we were meant to be with each other. I just had myself convinced. And when I was believing and making myself believe that she was the only person, I was stalking her Instagram, right? Liking all of her posts, texting her, messaging her, asking her to be my girlfriend, and she just wasn't going. And then finally, like I just got so desperate that I asked her out with a soccer ball. In the middle of the school, I wrote on a soccer ball all the things that I loved about her, quote unquote, gave it to her in front of the entire school, got rejected in front of the entire school. It was absolutely embarrassing. And was that because I was ugly? No. It was because I let myself become so desperate and not really understand the pathway. And that's what fucked up it was actually going well at the start. That's the thing for most of you guys. It goes really well at the start, but then you guys fuck it up because you guys put way too much excess potential on your goal and you almost become blindsided to the pathway. So he said, the truth is I care about her deeply and we'll do whatever it takes to make this work. Yeah, again, you're putting way too much pressure on the goal, dude. But I don't know how to handle this conversation or navigate the doubts that she's having. Here's the thing, dude. If a girl is going to leave you, you can't force her to stay. Right? That's where I started getting really, really good with women, was not only when I understood natural attraction, I understood how to talk to the girl, how to flirt with the girl, but also I had this masculine frame that you guys have to master that I teach in my program. That's why my book is called Waking the Core of Man, is because you guys all have a masculine essence about you that you need to master. And that part of you looks like this. It looks like where he's like, I don't know how to handle the situation and navigate the doubts that she's having. You have to be okay with not having your goal in order to get your goal. As counterintuitive as it sounds, you must let go of, like Yoda said, he's like, you must let go of everything that you fear to lose. And that's how you keep and maintain and grow. You must let go of everything that you fear to lose, like this girl. I would much rather be single than force a girl to be with me. I think it is the same thing for everybody. Because if you force a girl to be with you, then she's just going to cheat on you. She's just going to talk to other guys. She doesn't want to be with you. I would much rather have a girl choose me. And if a girl is willing to choose her family over what we have, I understand it. But again, that's kind of like a blow to you. Because it's basically she's saying, hey, I don't believe that this is worth it enough to try to convince my parents. Because I haven't seen this girl try to convince her parents at all in this story. It just kind of sounds like you guys went to dinner and the parents are like, yep, fuck that. And she's like, okay. Doesn't sound like somebody who's actually that interested in you, man. Religious or not. Religious or not, man. That's just the harsh truth of it, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to bullshit you. If she really fucking loved you deep down, she would be with you. She would choose you. That's just the harsh reality of it. Religion or not, don't care. Women and their emotions are fucking strong, man. When a girl wants to be with you, fuck moving the mountain, bro. She'll just go through that motherfucker. When she first told me I was angry and agitated, I've realized that this isn't entirely her fault. Anger comes from fear. Behind anger is always fear. Every person that's angry, they fear something. When you are angry, you are fearing losing this girl. And again, you must let go of keeping this girl in order to get this girl. I want to be calm, confident, and supportive when we meet tomorrow, but also I don't want her to lose. I don't want to lose her because of something I could have done differently. What's done is done in the past, man. You have to live in the present. I feel like I'm at a turning point. I need to know how to handle this the right way. And I think your coaching program could help me not only with this relationship, but also becoming the man that I need to be for the future. What do you think? Can you help me figure this out? 100%, dude. Like my program and working with me and my team, we will 100% help you get to where you want to be with that relationship and help you fine tune the kinks. But at the end of the day, this talk with her is tomorrow, quote unquote. It's probably already happened by the time I've gotten to this email and recorded this video. But let's say that it was happening tomorrow. Like, I would just sit down with her and just be like, look, like, I want to be with you. We're both dating to be married. What were the things that your parents didn't like? What was it? I would ask and try to figure it out, right? And if the parents don't like you, I would at least ask and be like, hey, like, let me at least talk to them and sit down and just see if I can at least talk to them and convince them potentially that, you know, you are a great guy. By sitting down and just bringing them a gift, really being polite, really being generous, that's at least how I would do it. That's your only fucking shot at this point. Like, I don't know what else you could do, right? Like, you gotta, like, at least go out like a man, though. It's like, go in there, you know, be confident, be generous, bring them a gift and be like, hey, like, I understand, like, we got off on the wrong foot. You know, I truly do love your daughter. What do I have to do to show you that I am the man for her and that I can be a member of your family? What is there anything that you guys would need from me to make this happen? And if they just say no, they're just like, nope, you can't. We don't like you. Well, you know what? Like, I'm sorry you feel that way. There's probably nothing I can do at this point. And just get up, be respectful, and walk out like a fucking man. But if they're like, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, like, then see if you can change it. See if you're willing to change it. If you're not, then the relationship just won't work. But you got to at least give yourself a shot here with this girl. Be like, hey, can I just sit down with them and just talk to them and see what they're seeing about me? Again, it's probably the fact that he grew up in Italy and they grew up in Canada and they just don't like that for whatever reason. I'd be like, look, I can't fix that, but what I can promise you is that I will always be the man for your daughter that your daughter needs in her life. I'll always be the man that takes care of her. I will bear her great children one day that you guys love. That's what I can promise. I can't control where I was born, but I can control how I handle my relationship and my relationship with you guys. If they say no to that, then fuck them. I'd be like, get fucked. You know, I'd be like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm just not going to be, like, also there's a limit. There's also a limit in a relationship to where it's like, you can only give so much. If they're like, we want $10,000 a month, we want you to do, I'd be like, no. Like, either love me how I am or not, right? Like, you can't, like, there's a limit to the change that you should make as a man to please somebody else as well. So it's like, if you go in there and they're just asking absolutely insane fucking asks to marry their daughter, I'd be like, no, not worth it, honestly. You know, but if it's just like little things that you can, you're like, okay, I didn't see it from that perspective. Yes. But also, it's like, if you just make all these changes to please her, you're not going to be happy at the end of the day. And that's what matters most, is you and your happiness and your confidence. And that's what we focus on in my program. And so if you are in a current situation like this, or you are a guy that wants my coaching as well and you need the help, there's a call link in the description below. You can book in a call with me personally, talk to me or my team, and we will see if you're the right fit and the perfect fit for my program to get started in working with us. And on that note, I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and I'll see you next time.